Accidental tourist. Let us see the chapter Accidental Tourist. We are going to start the chapter Accidental Tourist. Accidental tourist. Well, my dear friend, well, my dear student, my dear sweet friends, the present story, Accidental Tourist. A tourist who goes on tours, one who travels a lot, is known as a tourist. The tourist is a narrator, and the narrator, as you know, my dear friend, the world is a small place. The world is a small place. Here you see, the world is a small place. Because travel has become economic. Because travel has become, tourism has become easy. Because travel has become easy. Here you see, the present story is a story about a tourist. Narrator is a tourist, and he used to travel a lot. But wherever he goes, whichever the place he visited, whomever he met, he often caused an accident. He always caused a nuisance. He often gets mixed up with the things. This various story is very similar to the story Three Men in a Boat, where the three friends get mixed up. They upset down the everything. Here the narrator, of all the things I am very good at living the real world, is perhaps most outstanding. Though the narrator boasts about his traveling, the attitude with which he traveled. Here you see, traveling requires what? When you go for some of the common sense that you require. You come across many people and you meet various things. You do so many things. But what we miss, that we are not careful at all. Here you see, I constantly filled with wonder at the number of things that people others do without any evidence. The narrator admits, he admits that he really surprised that how somebody who is a tourist, or one who travels from one place to another, one who keeps on journeying the places, how they manage themselves. It's a wonderful question for the narrator. Now, the narrator was, please note down, the narrator was surprised surprised that the number of the things that other people do. Other people do without any difficulty. This is the main concern. The narrator was surprised that the number of the things that other people do without any difficulty. In opposite, the number of the things that narrator do, he always faces a lot of difficulties. The present story, Accidental Tourist, is full of those difficulties, those problems that the narrator met with when he is on tube. There you see. Here he say, I was thinking about this last time we went to DAVKGL on a big trip. Here he is describing his trip. Here he is describing his trip. A big family trip. A big family and family trip is being described. The narrator was on a big trip, in a family trip. There what he said, it was at Easter, when he has taken the trip, at Easter. At Easter. Easter is a festival, you know. Easter, Xmas, before Xmas, Easter. Christmas festival, Easter. And we were flying to England for a week. When we arrived Long Airport to the Bostons and were checking in, I suddenly remembered that I had recently joined British Airways frequently flyer program. When he landed on the England airport, there he realized that recently he has joined. Here you see the confusion. He was a confused man. You see, how could he forget that he has joined a flyer program? But he remembers this when he landed on the England airport. I also remember that I had put the card in the carry-on bag. Which card? The membership card. Which card? The membership card. Please note down. The membership card. Membership card. The membership card. He has put the membership card into his bag. Now here you see. Just imagine the situation. Suppose you are the narrator and you have recently got the membership of a flyer program. You see, what is a membership of a flyer program? During the vacations, you might have experienced flying packages, tour packages are announced. Various tourist company, they announced package of around the world or somewhere the places, particularly during the winter. These holiday packages are announced, and for that you need to pay some certain amount to get the membership. So narrator has already got the membership during the Easter, and a card for the membership, membership was given to him. But that card was where? He has kept the card. He has kept the card in his bag. Carry-on bag that was hanging around my neck, and here where the trouble started. The bag was how the trouble started. Here you see the zip, you know the chain. This is the zip of the bag. You know the very common thing. Zip of the bag was jammed. It was not properly working. Sometimes you come across this situation, the zip of the bag is jammed. So what he will do? He pulled it out and yanked it with great frown, increasing concentrations. With crying and concentration, he tried to pull the zip out. I kept this put up some minutes, but it would budge. But the zip was so jammed that it was not opening. Now, the side of what happened? You can guess what happened? What happened? Here you see. The zip gave away. With the force. Here you see. The jam zip, you can say, the jam zip. You can note down the jam zip. The jam, double M, jam, the zip. Jama, the jam zip, gave away. How it gave away? Due to the force. Due to the force that the narrator has tried. Now at it, the side of the bag flew open. The zip gave away. It pulled out the force and the flew open. Everything within the what? Within the bag. What were the things in the bag? Newspaper cuttings. What were in the bag? Please note down. In the bag. What was inside the bag? Everything within. What was within? Newspaper cutting. क्या था बेटा उसमें? न्यूज़पेपर कटिंग थी. Other newspaper. Tobacco, magazine, magazines, passport. Here you see. These things were, what happened? When the zip gave away, everything, the side of the bag flew open. And everything, what were the thing? Newspaper cutting, other newspapers, tobacco, magazine, passport, English money, film, everything what was kept in that bag scattered. Scattered where? Or about the size in the tennis court. I was dumbstruck. What is the meaning of dumbstruck? If you are dumbstruck, what you are? You are surprised. Please note down the word dumbstruck. Please note down the word dumbstruck. Surprised. D-U-M-B, dumb. Dumb. Be silent, dumb, struck. Be silent, dumb. You pronounce it dumbstruck, dumb nahi, dumbstruck. Be silent. S-T-R-U-C-K, surprised. Surprised. Utterly surprised. Utterly surprised. Here is it. Dumbstruck. 100 carefully sorted. Documents came raining, pouring down in a flattery cascade. Cascade is what is it? Cascade is what? Jharna. Cascade is what? Waterfall. Here the another word, cascade. Note down the word cascade. The waterfall, झरने की जैसा. सब कुछ कैसे गिरने लगा जैसे पानी का झरना की तरह गिर रहा. Cascade. C-A-S-C-A-D-E. Waterfalls. Water streams, झरने की तरह. Waterfalls. Waterfalls. Here you see everything falling like a waterfalls. Raining. Coins bounced to the verity. Coins that were kept in the bag, they start bouncing. Imagine something has fallen on the floor. You may imagine the situation. The coin has fallen on the surface. Naturally, it will bounce and a sound will be created. So, verity of the noise. Big coins make big sound. A small coin makes a small sound. So you may imagine the sounds that is created by. Now, crazy, cause disgrace in the content as well. My tobacco. I cried in the horror, thinking what you would have to pay for that tobacco in England. Tobaccos were costly in England. So here he was thinking about the price that he is going to pay for the tobacco that has fallen on the surface, on the floor. Another budget had to come and gone, then changed the cry, my finger. Here you see another incident. He got himself injured. How? When he was trying to open the zip that was jammed, and he was trying to, he applied the force, and with that force, it is very natural that he got his finger injured. As I discovered that I had gashed my finger, gashed, that is what? Bleeding. Gashed means that is bleeding. Another word? Please note down. G-A-S-H-E-D. Bleeded. B-L-E-E. Bleed. Got injured. Got injured. Injured. My finger on the zip and was shedding blood in a lavish manner. profusely. If you are lavish, that is profusely. But when it's my own will, I think hysterically or full of justified, confused and unable to help, my hair went into the panic mode. So he was totally confused. Here, till those paragraphs that we have discussed. Dear friend, what you may conclude, you may come to know that the narrator was a confused person. He was a what? Accidental. That is why he was a man of accident. Wherever he goes, the accident is there. How these accidents? He was an accidental person. Another word you can. Wherever it was his destiny, he was subjected to meet with an accident. With the confusion, with the way that he behaved, naturally, he found himself the victim of accident. As if he is made for that. He was the first person that he often welcomed by the incidents. Accidents may happen, but here you see how he creates a situation for accidents. How it was possible for him to remember about the card, the membership card that he got for the flyer program. It should be somewhere else, but suddenly he remembers. And what he did, it was kept in that bag. He tried to open the bag was jammed. Imagine the funny situation. He tried to open, he tries like everything. The zip gave away. And the things that was kept in that bag start raining like a cascade. झरने की तरह सब कुछ गिरने लगा. The coins, the money, the paper, the tobacco, whatever he has kept. And ultimately, he got himself injured, his finger. So here you can see that what a confused man he was. And it creates a laughable, it creates a humorous situation. The humorous situation is created by So the story creates a humorous situation. Please note down. The story creates humorous situations. It creates a humorous situations. Now, it was at that point that my wife, it was that point, the point when he was confused, badly muddled, badly toppled, badly difficult, the point when he found himself in a very difficult situation. And the very beginning I have said that he always wondered that why somebody is easily do something without making any difficulty. And here is the opposite. The narrator is a man of difficulty. Difficulty, wherever he goes, the difficulties goes with him. Here you see, it was the point my wife looked at me with an expression of wonder, not anger or expectations. Hello, please don't shout. I can't believe you do this for living. What were the words of wife? Here you see. Why she says so? Here you see what the wife said. I can't believe you do this for a living. I can't believe. I can't believe you do this for living, for a living. Here you see. The wife was surprised to see that what a muddle-headed, what a confused man he was. It was due to his confusion. It was due to his unable to help, confused and unable to hear. He was confused and was in the confusion. He creates the difficult situations. And difficult situations doesn't allow him to deal with the things that he finds himself around. Here you see. But am I afraid so? I always have a catastrophe when I travel. Here you see. The narrator admits, underline this word, underline this sentence, my dear friend. I always have a catastrophe. I always have catastrophe. C-A-T-A-S, catastrophe, T-R-O-P-H-E-S, catastrophic, you know. Catastrophe is what? Accidental, catastrophic, the great ruin. Catastrophic when I travel. Catastrophe when I travel. When I travel. When I travel. Here you see. I always meet with catastrophe, the greatest difficulty, the greatest problem. Catastrophic is something that is something great, catastrophic and Vidvanshkari, great disturbance, the great dissolution, the great destruction. Here you see, I always have distractions when I travel. I see here the very theme of the story, the very gist, the main gist of the story is that the narrator have always have catastrophe when he travel. Here you see the travels. Once an aeroplane. I leaned over the shoelace. Shoelace, you know. He was sitting in an aeroplane and was trying to tie his shoelace. Someone in the seat had threw him back. He bent, imagine, and he was sitting at the back. You know, the front seat, as the front seat of the car. At the front seat of a bus, it has a pushback. It pushed back. It has a. So imagine the narrator is having his head down and was tying his shoelace, and somebody pushed back his sheet. The narrator was badly stuck. It was a matter of situation that he leaned over the tie shoes and the seat ahead me threw his seat back into full recline, and he found himself pinned helplessly in the cush position. The narrator was badly stuck between the two chairs. Actually, the very space, the space was okay, but when it pushed back, when the chair pushed back, a narrator has head down. Imagine, he was badly stuck into that. It was only by clawing the legs of the man sitting next to me and managed to get freed. Another confusion, another trouble. Now next. Another occasion, I knocked soft drink. He knocked soft drink into the lap of a sweet little lady. What he did? He was drinking a soft drink Suddenly it tumbled into the lap of the lady who was sitting next to him. The flight attendant came and cleaned her up and brought me a replacement drink. And instantly I knocked into the woman's again. No sooner उसको replacement दिया गया, फिर से उसमें गिरा दिया. See the situation, the laughing situation. Knocked out. To this day, I don't know how I did it. The narrator was so confused that he could not see that how things are getting from worse to worse, bad to worse. How the more he tried to save himself from the danger, the more he finds himself trapped into a bad situation. You see, he was a troublemonger. Wherever he goes, trouble was the thing that haunted him most. Trouble haunts him most. He was just due to his nuisance, due to his confusion, due to his somewhat you may call misunderstanding. He gets a humorous situation. I just remember the reaching out for the new drink and watching helplessly as my arm, like someone cheap from one of those 1950s movie with a name like Unbearded Lamb, violently shoved the drink from the peach into the lap. What happened? He was trying to reach somebody from this and it was fallen. Fallen where? Fallen into the lap of the lady who was sitting next to her. The lady looked at me with the stupefied. Here you see another word. Please note down. Please note down. Stupefied. Stupid. S-T-U-P-E. Stupid. Stupid से बना, stupefied, like a stupid, like a stupid, like a stupid, like a stupid, stupefied, foolish. Expression you should expect to receive from someone whom you have repeatedly drenched. How the woman was drenched? It was twice the soft drink has fallen into that lady. Twice the soft drink has fallen into the lap of the lady. And in that way, she was badly drenched. So drenched means wet, bhing gayi thi. Drenched. As you drench with your sweat. So drenched and uttered an oath that started with finished with the shake, and between had some words that I never heard uttered at public view, certainly not my enemy. This, however, was not my worst experience on the planet flight. This was not the worst experience. Now again, hear it. My worst experience was when I was writing important thoughts. What the worst experience? When the narrator was writing his thoughts. The worst experience. The worst experience. The worst experience was when he was writing important thoughts. Important thoughts. When he was writing important thoughts. That was the worst experience. So, dear friend, you may see that how the narrator is getting confused with his own modern head. So, this is what we need to learn from this story. That's all. Have a nice day. Thank you.